I'm the BOSSLADY, young John from Southwest. I'm the BOSSLADY, young John from Southwest, but the queen from the North Side. Don't play with me. Exactly. Hey, you guys, this is CC, and we're back. We're about to have a chat with our new author. His name is David Lusick. I've met David a couple of times before. He's a really great guy, great energy, and he's going to tell us all about where to find a pro bono lawyer. So for all you parents out there that might be looking for, family lawyers or accident lawyers or however it goes, our guy is here. So let's tune in. Hey, Dave, how are you?
How are you? Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for coming.
And let me begin by saying the name of my website, which is www.legal-eagles.org. We're a paralegal private investigation service here in Philadelphia. I work with attorney Ethan Parabashi. I work with private investigator Jeff Goldstone of Goldstone Investigations. And I'm here to promote the new book. And everybody that I work with, that I've met over the last 5 years, I've included in the book, including additional links to law schools, prison advocate organizations, innocent projects. There's even a section where you can draft your own templates and appeals. So we're excited about the book.
Oh, that's awesome. So let's talk about, you said some of the different topics and different lawyers that you can find in there. Do you have anything in there for a family court? Or what are some of the things you found out in your investigations?
Yes. In Philadelphia, we get a lot of calls regarding family custody, DHS, child support, things of that nature. It's a very prevalent thing going on in Philadelphia. We work with a few different attorneys. One, Rania, the Pitbull Major. She's actually located, her office is not far from here. It's 2915 North 5th Street. And they call her the Pitbull because she goes in and fights tooth and nail for her client. These cases are usually very emotional, and sometimes they can become expensive. The book, we try to offer low cost, sometimes no cost representation. And so, yeah, that's a big thing going on now in Philadelphia.
How do you feel, so being as though you thought of this book, to no cost, low cost, what was your drive? Did you see how people were getting bamboozled in court, and the number one issue was finances? So somewhere in there you had a heart and you said, you know what, I'm going to investigate and I'm going to put together all the people I know that would be down to help. This is the kind of things that we need in Philadelphia. And this is exactly why David is on the show today, because he is a community person. He believes in the power of the people and he wants to see people thrive. So I suggest, now where can they go and find this book, David?
Yes, they can get the book on all the major retailers, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. The publisher is writerbranding.com. The book is $39.99.
It's worth it.
It is well worth it. You will not sit down and read it once. You'll read it a dozen times and still find information in there, links, addresses, emails, bios from different organizations. And to your question, where did I come up with the idea? Pro bono, every attorney is required to provide 60 hours a year of pro bono service. Pro bono is Latin for basically free. And so I've come up with what I think are pro bono attorneys and organizations that are willing to offer free services, but also low bono, which I call low cost services, because I have attorneys in here that um, uh, they realize that people in Philadelphia are strapped.
Right.
And lawyers' fees, everybody knows, are off the charts. People just cannot afford lawyers' fees today. So there's a good collection of information in here for people that are struggling and they need help. And also, by way of further information, a lot of people in Philadelphia, they litigate their own cases because they can't afford an attorney.
You're looking
Yeah,
at one right now.
yeah, they litigate their own cases. They go into court, they go into family court, they go into landlord-tenant court, and they represent themselves. And under the Constitution, you're allowed to do that. The problem is the other side sometimes has a law firm that knows how to navigate the system, and you're at quite a disadvantage.
Exactly. I'm facing that, like I said, right now, with a case I have with the city of Philadelphia about DHS. Let's get into DHS a little bit because that's what our topic is today. The parents in the city of Philadelphia, how they are struggling with finding lawyers that'll help them get cases, free their children from DHS, and the way that they're being treated in court, not being able to speak and different things like that. Have you heard of any other cases? Are you familiar with the DHS cases and how hard it is?
Yeah, the DHS cases, they're a monster to deal with. They really are, because the DHS, they're protected by layers of immunity. It's hard to go after them, but there are cases where they have really dropped the ball and done some bad stuff.
Right.
And those cases have been, documented. And I'm slightly familiar with your case and situation and this stuff you've been advocating for. You just have to keep fighting the good fight,
Right.
Because the laws are written in the books to favor the people that are in charge,
In office, right?
in office and in control. And DHS is a citywide or statewide agency, and it's protected, by a lot of laws written into the books.
So how do you think, I mean, you being a person, I think you've done some legal things as far as helping people. What's some of the tips that you can give parents out here on just how to fight back the feeling, or do you know some tips of when DHS comes to your door, what to exactly say, or some things like that?
It's my understanding that you don't have to let the DHS social worker into your residence unless they have a court order. A lot of people may or may not know this.
A lot of people don't know that.
So in other words, if someone files a child line report or an anonymous complaint, the DHS social worker has 48 hours to send someone out to the house to investigate.
Oh, okay.
And they usually come inside, they may check out the environment, and they may ask the child some questions, but they can't come in unless you allow them to come in or they have a court order. So if you deny them access, they will just go back to the court and they will have to get a court order to come in and have that visit.
Now, do you think it's better for parents to let them in the first time, or certain situations, just let them go ahead and get the court order?
In a lot of these cases, it seems to me like, there's a lot of false complaints filed from people. It's really up to the parent, what they want to do,
how they feel at the moment, how it's going.
Yeah.
Situation is, yeah. See, that situation is so painful to deal with. I was just talking about it right before, and it's just Me personally, I believe that I would have to set an appointment and possibly have one of my lawyers or attorneys tell me exactly what to do, or maybe we can meet at the lawyer's office. But just to let people in the home who have the power to potentially just strip you of for your children, I wouldn't trust it. Me personally, but I would take a card or have them leave the card, and then I would probably call a lawyer if possible, or call a group of people who help. Call me.
Now, let me just add a rejoinder.
Call Dave.
I am not a lawyer, so I cannot give you legal advice what to do or not to do. I'm a paralegal and a private investigator. I work with attorneys. I'm just giving you from, my experience of talking to people and, reading the paperwork and seeing what people have gone through. And DHS is not the main thing that I focus on. So,
what are some of the other topics?
That's a good question. I do a lot of criminal appeals for those who are incarcerated. I have an attorney that I work with, and we help represent them. Also, some landlord tenant, and I'm getting into real estate now. I have a real estate consultant, Jeffrey Mermelstein, and I also have a mobile notary who does POAs, wills, and things of that nature. His name is Adam Kruger, and we can come right out if you need a POA or a will, something done, and you can't travel or you're in the hospital. We can make accommodations to do that.
What number is that? How can some of the people get directly in contact with you for that?
The office number, they can find us at 267-946-2322. And my email is dave@legal-eagles.org. And I would be more than happy to put you in touch with all the people in my network.
Hey, there you go, people. That's a win. That's a win for Philly. Boop, 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 boop. That's a win for Philly. Where's that T? Is that T? Okay, that's T. All right. Well, thank you, Dave, for coming on. It was a pleasure. I'd love to see you, and maybe you can come back. And one more again, you find his book in Amazon. Come on, Dave, help me out.
Barnes and Noble, writersbranding.com, and all the major retailers. I highly advise that you get the book. There's enough information in there to sit down and read dozens and dozens of times.
Can you also give them that number in the email one more time for my people who need it?
Yes, 267-946-2322, and the email is dave@legal-eagles.org.
There you go. Thank you.